Hey photographers, what's up? Today we're going to talk about calibrating your screens so your pictures come out beautifully printed when you deliver them to your client. So often we put our blood, sweat, and tears into our work, making sure that the colors are correct while we're shooting in camera, and then bringing them in and making sure that the Photoshop is done well and all the editing is done well. However, when we send a picture to a friend to ask them maybe for some constructive criticism, we end up getting a completely different tone of color on your friend's device. So let's take one myth out of the equation from the get-go. No two screens will ever look alike. So what that means is that maybe you're editing on a desktop computer and then you look at the photos from your laptop or a tablet or your cell phone and they have a completely different look. And that's something that you cannot control. So when you're posting your photo to Instagram and everybody sees it differently, you have no control over what other people's devices will interpret your photo. So ideally, the whole point of having perfectly colored images is that your client gets the exact tone of color that you envision when you're editing your photos. Does that make sense? You want your client to get the exact colors that your screen is displaying to you while you're editing. Now, how do we do that? The whole point to get accurate colors is for the computer to interpret the same exact color tones as the prints. So there are two methods of doing it. Number one is buying a calibrator. A calibrate is a little black device, which I personally never used, and you simply attach it to your computer and then you run a special software where the computer and the calibrator will communicate to show you perfect colors. Now, the problem with that is that if you're editing on a laptop, it'll only calibrate up to 60%. That's the most that a color calibrator, something like a spider or color monkey, that's what they're called, will calibrate. So it's never going to be 100% perfect. However, it's still a really good option and many photographers use that. Now, I use a different method. I want my display settings that I have on my screen to print exactly like my printer does. So what I do is I take one image and I will make two different display settings. So on your screen, on every screen, just like there's a brightness setting, there's also a display color setting. And you can choose different modes. So one of the modes may be called game, one may be called TV, or something like that. And then you choose two different ones and edit one picture to both of those modes. So maybe one mode displays the pictures a little more green, or maybe one mode displays it a little more bright or saturated, right? So after you edit one picture, write which mode you use on the actual photo. Okay, so let's imagine that we're calibrating it to the display setting called game. So after we're done calibrating and it looks perfect to our eye, I'm gonna write game on the actual picture and then I'm gonna send it off to my printer to print. Okay, but wait, not just about yet, because before we do that, we wanna try another display option, maybe something that also looks good to our eye, but we wanna perfect it and make sure that between those two, which one will come out the closest to your screen. So after you've done editing the second edit, the second display setting, you're going to want to name the second display settings on your photo. Now, you can send both of them off to your lab, and when you get it back, you're going to compare it to your screen and say, hey, between these two, which one will I want to stick for the future? Which one is the closest to what my lab can provide? If you want to go really crazy, you can send it to 2 or 3 labs and see which one brings you the most accurate colors. And then you'll know my computer works best with this display setting when I send it to this lab. Anyways, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, I'm always here to help and assist. Feel free to reach out and keep watching. And please share this video if you know of a friend that would find it helpful. All right, take care for now.